Okay, so here we have the main screen that you will see when you open up Flash. We're going to click on ActionScript 3.0. We have our stage and we have our timeline down at the bottom. Now, just want you to rename that first layer as ball 1 for now and click on the first frame for me. Then I would like you to go over to the oval tool and go into the properties. Now for this you can choose whatever colour you would like your ball to be. Okay, I don't want hatched, I want a solid line. Yeah, that looks pretty good for me. So I'm just going to draw my circle up at the top. Now I want to provide motion to my circle. Now to do that we're going to use something called a motion tween. Now in order to create a motion tween you have to turn your ball 1 into a symbol. So what I did there is I used the selection tool and I just drew a rectangle over the top of my ball. Now if I go to convert to symbol and I call that ball 1, movie clip should be fine as the type of symbol we are going to use. Okay, now we are currently working at 24 frames per second, so I want the movement of my ball to be relatively quick, but not that quick for 1 second, so I'm probably going to make it about 45 seconds. Now I'm going to insert a keyframe there. Now you can see here that this here has been created, this solid grey block. Now if you right click in there and go to create motion tween, it will allow you to move your ball in different directions. So in between frame 1 and frame 8 my ball's going to move down into the bottom right hand corner. Now if I want my ball to do something else, I click on whereabouts I'd like it to go and I will move it upwards, and you can see there between frames 15 and 20 another keyframe has been added for the movement of my ball. Same again, I'm going to move it back down into the bottom right hand corner, and just before my motion tween finishes I want it to come across into the bottom left hand corner. Now when I play that back you can now see the motion that my ball has taken. Okay, now I'm just going to change that into a blank keyframe and get rid of that keyframe there. Apologies for that. Just go to remove frame, so you can see there now that our ball is wonderful. Okay, so then we're going to create a new layer. Okay, we're going to call this ball 2, and I want my ball 2 to be visible at the same time as my ball 1. So what I'm going to do is just choose a different colour. Let's go for a nice pinky colour, obviously with it being me, and click on frame 1. Now make sure you've got the oval tool selected, which we have, and start drawing your ball. Now again, the same process, we're going to use the selection tool and create a rectangle over the top of my ball, and I'm going to right click and go to convert to symbol. I'm going to call this ball 2 so it matches what I've called my layer. Make sure it's movie clip and click OK. Now same thing as before, okay, decide where you want your motion to be. Now to do that you right click and go to create motion tween, and I'd like my ball to maybe move up to here, and then I'd like it to move down to here, and then up to here, and then down to here. Now you can see here that my motion tween is longer than my first one, so I can just drag that back so it meets at the same place. So now when we see this, we can see our balls both have completely different pathways where we'd like them to be. Okay, so that's your tutorial for making simple motion tweens. The same applies for any motion tween that you do. You give the breadth of how long you want the motion tween to last, right click, convert to symbol, and then you can right click and go to create motion tween. I hope you found the tutorial useful. Please ask me if you need any more guidance or support.